Types of hydrogen bonds. There are two types of hydrogen bonds which are as follows. 1. Intramolecular hydrogen bond. 2. Intermolecular hydrogen bond. 1. Intramolecular hydrogen bond. When hydrogen bond is present within a molecule, it is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. Here, hydrogen atom is bonded to two atoms of the same molecule. As a result, hydrogen bond forms a ring structure. This type of hydrogen bonding is commonly called chelation and is observed only in organic compounds. Some important examples are given below. Orthonitrophenol, orthohydroxybenzoic acid. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding decreases the boiling point and melting point of the compound, particularly for the orthoisomer. Moreover, orthoisomer is less soluble in water as it cannot form hydrogen bond with water. 2. Intermolecular hydrogen bond. When hydrogen bond found among two or more molecules, same or different, is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. This type of hydrogen bond forms association among the molecules so that effective molecular weight of the compound increases with consequent increase of melting point, boiling point, viscosity, water solubility and solvent power of the compound. It is observed both in organic and inorganic compounds. Some examples of the intermolecular hydrogen bonding are given below. Association of formic acid, association of ammonia, association of alcohol. If R is C2H5, then alcohol is ethanol. Association of hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen bond in water. Water exhibits exceptional behavior for the presence of hydrogen bond in its molecules. Some important properties associated with water for the presence of hydrogen bonding in its molecules. 1. Water is a liquid but H2S is a gas at ordinary temperature. Oxygen atom is more electronegative than sulfur atom. Its atomic radius is smaller than sulfur atom, in consequence of which oxygen atom in water can form much strong intermolecular hydrogen bonds, but sulfur atom in H2S cannot form hydrogen bonds due to comparative low electronegativity and bigger atomic radius. The strong intermolecular hydrogen bonds bind the H2O molecules in an associate state. On the other hand, the molecules of H2S in its liquid state are held by weak van der Waals force. Since the hydrogen bond is much stronger than van der Waals force, higher energy is required to break the intermolecular hydrogen bonds of the associated molecules of water. H2S molecules are not in associated state, rather behaves as discrete molecules. Therefore, at room temperature, H2S is a gas and H2O is a liquid. Density of ice less than that of water. It is known that the density of water in solid state, that is ice, is less than the density in the liquid state. When water freezes to ice, it will expand in volume and the ice floats on water. This can be explained in the light of hydrogen bond. In ice, each water molecule is tetrahedrally bonded to 4 other molecules through hydrogen bonds. In this case, each of the water molecule is bonded with 2 other water molecules through hydrogen bonds and 2 other water molecules through hydrogen bonds with the particular water molecule. Tetrahedral arrangement of water molecules in ice. The arrangement is extended to 3-dimensional network forming an open cage-like structure with large empty spaces. These empty spaces increases the volume, therefore density decreases. When ice is heated, the intermolecular hydrogen bonds break and H2O molecules start coming together. The empty spaces are slowly filled up and density increases slowly. At 4 degrees Celsius, the density of water becomes maximum. As the density of ice is less than the water, so ice floats on water. Metallic bond. Most of known elements are metal. These metals have some important properties such as high electrical and thermal conductivity, malleability, high tensile strength, elasticity, etc. All these properties cannot be explained in terms of ionic and covalent bond. The non-existence of ionic bond in the metal can be explained on the basis of no transfer of electron is possible between similar metal atom. Moreover, ionic compounds are bad conductor of electricity in the solid state, whereas metals are good conductor in the solid state. We can explain the non-existence of covalent bond between the two metal atoms. In the covalent bond, shared pair of electrons between two atoms are localized, so that the covalent compounds are not conductor of heat and electricity, but the metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Now we may conclude that metal atoms are not held neither by ionic nor by covalent bond. The metal atoms are held by a special type of bond known as metallic bond. Thus, metallic bond may be defined as the force which binds the atoms of a metal with one another. All the properties of the metal can be explained with the help of this bond. To know about the nature of this bond, we are to consider the following points of the metal. 1. Low ionization energy of the metal results that the valence electrons of the metal are loosely held by their nuclei. 2. Low electron negativity values of the metal indicate that the metals have no tendency to accept the electron. 3. Metals have more number of vacant orbitals than that of number of valency electron. Example, sodium has 1 valence electron, 3s1, but it has 8 vacant orbitals, 3p orbitals and 3d orbitals. On the basis of low ionization potential, low electronegativity and large number of vacant orbital, Lorentz proposed a theory regarding metallic bond which is known as electron gas model or electron C model.